Hello and welcome back to the Anime Club. The club will talk about anime that we're recently watching, viewing and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I said it when this season of Demon Slayer was starting, and I will say it again now it's finished. I think that the Hashira training arc should have been a film. Now that's not to say I didn't really enjoy this season, I just thought it felt like a bit of wasted time to essentially delay the inevitable, that is the final season. But I think this could have done really well as a film. Like, it didn't cover enough ground, I don't think, to be a season in itself. We could have just had the training episodes shortened down a little bit, or sped up a little bit. Like, it didn't need to be an entire season. I think what was covered in this series could be condensed to an hour-and-a-half film. I really do. And that's not to say I didn't love this series, because there were moments of it that I did love, but sort of the 3 to 4 episode stretch of just pure training in the middle, I was just sort of like, okay, here's another week of training, which is why I was like not necessarily hooked on this season. However, the last episode was absolute like pinnacle anime in my opinion. Like this is why Demon Slayer is loved as much as it is. The animation, the characters involved, the fight, just everything about this. Especially the animation. Like, Muzan walking in. Like, the 3-minute sequence. Who needs a 3-minute sequence of a character walking into a place? Me. Because that was absolutely outrageous. The steam coming off of him, the little just like where it was glitching around him just to show his pure power. Followed by the monologue that was absolutely fantastic. Like the monologue against Muzan and like delving into his psyche and the history of it all and just everything like that. I loved that. But the devastation of the explosion, like the sacrifice that the master made, killing his wife and 2 children in order to possibly kill Muzan, and then just seeing his like broken body pop back open into place, and then bang, more stuff happens, bang, the stone Hashira swings in, bang, the rest of the Hashira, that scene of all of the Hashira like finally converging on this just fiery pit of death, and then just all of it opens and they fall into Infinity Castle. That, I cannot wait to see what happens in Infinity Castle. I have adored every single scene that we've got of Infinity Castle. Like, every time it comes on screen, I get excited, because Demon Slayer is quite light-hearted in my opinion. When you compare it to stuff like JJK, to Chainsaw Man, it's quite an easy, light-hearted anime. However, every time there are scenes in Infinity Castle with Muzan, it feels dark. It's got some moments of it. When he sliced that girl's head off, like, just stuff like that. And that's where I want it to go. That's where I want the final of Demon Slayer to reach. Just absolute devastation and just pure fighting. And I can't wait for the final. I hope it comes soon because I cannot wait. And this season did not give me enough. Like, I don't think the last 2 seasons have given me enough, to be entirely honest. The Swordsmith Village arc followed by this, both seasons have sort of been like, okay, now can we get on with it? Like, can we get deep into it? I get why both of those arcs are needed, like, 100%, don't get me wrong. The story would not be the same without those 2 seasons, but I do think, like, the first 2 arcs are just so much better than those 2, and I'm glad to sort of finally reach something like that's gonna happen. The final season, the Infinity Castle, it's gonna happen, and I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. But the animation, like, once again, I mean, I'm sure everyone's sick of hearing people talk about the animation in Demon Slayer, but it has to be praised. Like, the explosion, like, just in slow-mo, lifting up all the tiles off the roof, followed by, which in my opinion is better, like, is much nicer animated, is the stone Hashira flying in, and just that whole sequence. I thought, what an absolute treat. And the music that accompanies it as well is absolutely spectacular. Like, the music is a brilliant feature in this season. But anyway, let me know, what did you think of Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc, and I will see you next time on the Anime Club.